Right now, ocean water covers more than 70% of our planet, and almost none of us have ever seen what's actually underneath it. So here's the question. What if we drained every ocean on Earth all at once? Every sea, every trench, every drop, just gone. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly what that drained world would look like, and I promise you, it's stranger than almost anything on the surface. If you appreciate this type of content, gently tap that like button. Let's dive into it. Let's start the moment the water begins to vanish. At first, it looks almost normal. The coastlines pull back, and beaches stretch out for miles where the shallow water used to be. But the water keeps dropping. Cities that sat on the coast are suddenly perched on tall cliffs, looking down at empty mud. And then the real drop begins, because most of the ocean isn't shallow at all. The average depth is around 12,000 feet. That's more than 2 miles straight down. So as the last of the water drains away, you're not looking at a beach anymore. You're looking at the largest, emptiest landscape that has ever existed on this planet. All right, first up, the hidden land itself. The moment the water is gone, the Earth you think you know is unrecognizable. What's left behind isn't a flat, muddy floor. Running right through the middle of it is the longest mountain range on the planet, a chain that snakes around the entire globe for roughly 40,000 miles. You've probably never heard of it because it's been underwater this whole time. There are towering peaks, endless flat plains the size of continents, and ancient volcanoes rising out of the dark. For the first time in history, you'd be able to see that most of Earth's real geography was never on any map. It was hidden beneath the waves the entire time. Now keep walking, because the ground is about to fall away beneath you. Next are the trenches, and this is where it gets almost unbelievable. The deepest point on Earth sits at the bottom of the Mariana Trench, around 36,000 feet down. Let me put that in plain terms. Mount Everest is the tallest mountain in the world, at about 29,000 feet. If you picked up Everest and dropped it into that trench, the entire mountain would disappear, and the peak would still sit more than a mile below where the surface used to be. The pressure down there is crushing, thousands of times stronger than the air you're breathing right now. Standing at the bottom of the drained trench, the old sea surface would be nearly 7 miles straight above your head. Quick break. If you're enjoying this, hit that subscribe button, because I'm making a whole series of these what if deep dives, and you won't want to miss the next one. All right, back to the bottom of the world. Now, as you cross this drained landscape, you'd start finding things. Lost things. The ocean floor is the largest graveyard on Earth, scattered with the wrecks of ships and planes that vanished without a trace. The most famous of them, the Titanic, rests around 12,500 feet down, slowly rusting in the dark. With the water gone, you could simply walk up to it. And it's not alone. There are wooden ships from centuries ago, lost cargo, and treasure that no human has ever laid eyes on, all sitting out in the open for the first time. The drained ocean wouldn't just reveal a landscape, it would reveal history. But here's the part that's truly eerie. You wouldn't be alone down there. That brings us to the creatures of the dark. Below about 3,300 feet, sunlight simply stops. Not a single ray reaches that far, ever. It is permanent, total darkness. And yet, life is everywhere. The animals built for that world don't look like anything you'd see at a beach or an aquarium. Many of them glow, making their own light to hunt or to hide. The anglerfish dangles a tiny glowing lure in front of its mouth to trick prey in the blackness. Giant isopods, like pale armored bugs the size of a house cat, crawl across the floor. Some creatures have enormous eyes to catch the faintest glow, and others gave up on eyes completely. Because what's the point when there's never any light? With the water drained, you'd be walking past animals that spent their entire existence in total darkness and total silence, never once touched by the sun. And here's the thought that should stop you in your tracks. All of this, the hidden mountains, the deep trenches, the lost ships, the glowing creatures, has been sitting right under the surface this entire time, while we sailed across the top of it with barely any idea what was below. Here's a fact that surprises almost everyone. We have better, more detailed maps of the surface of the Moon and Mars than we do of our own ocean floor. More than 80% of the ocean has never been explored by human eyes. We live on a planet, and we've only really seen the dry part. So, could we ever actually do this? No, and honestly, we wouldn't want to. The oceans drive our weather. They produce a huge share of the oxygen we breathe, and they hold nearly all of the water on Earth. Draining them would end life as we know it. But imagining it does something powerful. It shows you that the world you live on is mostly a mystery, hidden under 2 miles of water, waiting in the dark. The Earth that's left behind when you pull the plug isn't really an alien planet. It's our planet. We've just never been allowed to see it. So the next time you look out at the sea, remember, almost everything beneath it is a world we have never seen. If you enjoyed exploring it with me, subscribe so you don't miss the next What If. I'll see you in the next one.